with you a tool that we've got that is amazing, and it's going to make your business and our businesses together fly even more than they are. But before I go on to talk about Forever Life, I'm just going to share a little bit with you about my journey, but that will be quite short and sweet. So I joined Forever as a result of using drinking gel. So although it didn't taste great, it made me feel really good. And I guess it was just out of curiosity. I thought, why is it you can have such a great product, but you can't find it on a shelf in a supermarket or a department store? So when I looked at the business, like many of you in the room here, I could see how an extra income could be created. I loved my job at that time. So I'd worked for 15 years in retail, so very similar background to Jordan. Although I'm from retail, like Kat, very similar in terms of the years we spent in a corporate environment, climbing the corporate ladder. So I wasn't unhappy, but I always wanted my own business. You know that feeling where you feel like you've got more to give, but you just don't know what to do with it and how to use it? Well, I was that person. So I thought I didn't have time, but we do have quite a bit of time, don't we, when we want to find it and we want to make the right sacrifices. So that's really why my business got started, because I thought Forever's going to be this ready-made opportunity that's going to help test my potential and see whether I'm destined to run my own business. And, you know, following the plan that Jane shared with us this morning, that's what led me to a manager. That's what led the business that Gary and I have today to a senior manager business. Structurally, that was paying us very well in the first year. And that naturally then led us on to every incentive that Forever has to offer. And that's exactly what we duplicated in the downline. So 2.5 years on, it's the full-time career. But it's amazing how this business, when we let it feel like work, but the good parts of work, it's amazing how familiar it can feel. And since the introduction of the new Forever Life magazine, that's really just given me even more confidence about the potential we have in our hands and how we can share products and share the potential of the business to grow your future, but also to help other people out there in the big wide world who don't even know what we've got our hands on, help them make a change too. So just pop your hand up if you've seen Forever Life and you're using it. Yeah? And round of applause for the marketing team if you think it's pretty good. Yeah? It is. And, you know, the questions that I asked myself when Forever Life came out were these two questions that I'm about to share. The first one, what did you like about the Forever magazine? So it's all of the best bits out of that magazine, and the things that I used to love the most were the FBO stories, you know, seeing where people had come from and why they decided to make a start, but more importantly, to see where they'd travelled to. We've seen him already today, the lovely Ben Cohen. Yeah, amazing guy, amazing story, and what an ambassador for us to have. Well, Ben features really heavily in the last Aloe Matters magazine that we had. He was a big feature in there. And Forever Life has actually brought the best parts of Aloe Matters to life, because that magazine was really quirky at bringing products together and really showing us in our everyday lives how we can grab hold of our everyday products and make a difference, not just to our well-being, but the well-being of our customers. So Forever Life is all about bringing those two magazines together, but it's been brought together in a very different way. We've upped our game when it comes to look and feel, customer experience, what it feels like to really turn the pages in our company literature, the inspirational stories that you see in the pages, but also how the product is displayed. And I remember when I first got to look at that, I was like, wow, this is good, this is the real deal. And that made me feel so proud as a business owner, and I knew that if I felt proud, my business was going to grow more as a result, because I was more prepared to share what was in my hands. So this, and some of this you may be familiar with. You're possibly using this magazine. You've maybe had a really good read of it if it's landed through your letterbox because you placed an order in your business last month. If you did, you'll have your hands on this, and it's maybe on your coffee table or in the hands of your customers. So you can see some of the aspirational lifestyle content being pulled together, and making this an experience bigger than Forever Living so that people can really see where our products fit in their life. Really informative articles. So sometimes we can be fearful of not knowing everything about our products. And what I love about this magazine is, bit by bit, month, quarter by quarter, as you read it, you can really build your confidence in the product, in how the power of natural products can have such a positive impact on your lifestyle. And FBO stories, but these have been expressed differently, and they are very lifestyle specific. They're in there, the first names are only used as well in the article, so that's great because it makes it very universal and we can share it with confidence. And there's a diverse group of people being featured. So again, as a prospecting tool, this is powerful, because it's real lives and real changes that are being shown. And this does the work for you. That's what I love about much of our literature. We don't actually have to say that much. If we can just get people into a place where they're prepared to take a look at what we have, we need to say very little and just let the information do the work for us. So there is also more what I would describe as aspirational stories as well about entrepreneurship. Anybody in the room had a real curiosity with entrepreneurs before they joined Forever? Stick your hand up if that was you. Yeah? And I think a lot of people do in this business because there is a fascination with becoming more, having more. How did people do that? And this slot in particular in the current issue of Forever Life really brings that to life. And you can see a familiar face. So David, who I know is in the room today at the back, he is also a familiar face in that slot in the magazine. So Scotland is being represented. So let's just quickly look at the detail of Forever Life. As I say, some of this you may be familiar with, but maybe some of it you're just going to take a little bit extra today from this slot. So the magazine is out quarterly. So a great publication that is now featuring in the spring, summer, autumn, winter. So you can be confident that we've got the right focus at the right season. It is the 2-in-1 version of the old Forever magazine, along with the old Aloe Matters magazine. As I've mentioned, it's a tool that you can use with both your customers and people who want to take a look at the business. If you haven't ordered these to have an excess supply around you to give out, I'd urge you to do that. And when you go in and pop your product orders into your cart, you can just go into the literature section on foreverliving.com, £4.50 for 10. How good value is that? 45 pence per copy. And some of the quality in the articles in this are as good as any good glossy magazine. Yet when we go into a newsagent, we'll be paying £3, £4, £5 for a good publication. So this is real value for your customers and potentially your future team to have their hands on. So I'd urge you to be bold with that. I added another 30 in my cart just 2 days ago when I was placing a retail order because I thought I need them. If you've got big goals and you're serious about building a great future, you really do need to get the word out there about what you have. So use Forever Life to grow your business. Be familiar with that content, and the prouder you feel and the more you share that, the more your business will grow. And this publication will do the work for you. Now, there are other extras. And if you're not familiar with the work that our marketing team are doing, I'd urge you to subscribe as a minimum to the newsletters that come through. So every week you can have a newsletter that lands in your inbox, and this can happen for your customers too, because you can subscribe them immediately at foreverliving.com, and there is an e-copy of this magazine along with the weekly newsletter information. So if you're not familiar with that, have a good route around on foreverliving.com. Get close to the marketing information, because it's bigger than Forever Life. There's blogs out there that are available every single week, and the marketing team are doing the work for us if we choose to share it. So don't be shy in using that, because that too will grow your business. So what do these changes mean for you, mean for myself, people in your team, people who haven't even joined your business yet but will in the future? Well, what it means is that we are going to grow a bigger and a better future. And there is only one boss in your business. And that boss will always be the boss. That will remain unchanged, and it will be the same for every retailer and every business of every future generation going forward, and that is the customer. Don't underestimate who your customers are. Your customers aren't just the people who are drinking gel and buying products. If you've got a team, your team are your greatest customers, because they have the power to duplicate, and they are customers who have an ID and have the potential to be with you for life. So really think about this in the context of your team as well as your customers, and help your team have the resources they need to really build a great business. So I'm not going to read through all of that again. I'm just going to leave it up there in case you want to take a photograph or just absorb, I guess, the potential of this magazine and what it can do for us. And if you haven't got really comfortable with this yet, grab a hold of it, get comfortable with it. It's only going to grow your business bigger than the level it's at now. And I promise you that this publication will make you feel even prouder when you're sharing the business, and grow your confidence with it as well. Wishing you a fantastic final stretch as Christmas emerges this year, ending your year as you want to, and building the foundation for 2018. Thank you very much.